Hey guys, just want to let you guys know if you stay tuned in this episode at the end, we are going to have a full episode of Ultimate doing the same thing that Belgish and I do, and we'll be up in this episode, so stay tuned if you're here for Ultimate. Thanks. What's up, guys? It's your boy Straza, and
I'm Belgish.
we're here to do some Cole recap.
Yes.
So a few announcements. First things first, we talked to the other guys, the Ultimate guys, and to some other people. We think that this will work best as a show that airs bi-weekly, not every week. Gives us more to talk about, gives us a little more time to set up the stories, and really just gives us a little more time to put a little extra effort into the episodes as well. So we think that's important. Another quick update. Our weeklies are set. We haven't had an episode since we set the weeklies, I don't think.
Yeah.
So every Monday, starting at 4:30, we have the Mountain Lair Cathedral room.
Yes.
So if you were here last year, it's the same room that we did have. If you weren't, it's on the second floor, right above the concessions area in the Mountain Lair.
Yep.
And with that, we're just going to jump right into the brackets.
Yes.
So we had a few interesting things. So first things first, we had our first official weekly. We had our Cole kickoff. That was on the first weekend.
Yep.
But now we had our first official weekly on a Monday. And that actually, we weren't in the cathedral room. We were in a different room.
Yeah, we got displaced to the
Mountaineer room.
Yeah.
Right. And so we had an interesting time there. Let's go ahead and switch over so we can show you the bracket. So first of all, we're doing doubles and singles.
Yes.
So we had doubles. There were two teams. It was you and Aaron.
Yeah.
And myself and Danny.
And then me and Aaron won.
We played two sets on stream.
2 sets that we played. We won.
It was fun, and we'd like to see more people come out. Doubles is held before singles. It's right. We start basically as soon as we can, like 5 at 5. Just because doubles is more of a luxury event, but we'd still love to see more participation.
Yeah. There's good numbers for Ultimate, but for Melee, there's like
very few.
Very few.
Just if you're there early enough, find a partner. It doesn't really matter who.
Yeah.
You don't have to be static teammates or anything, but just find somebody and be like, hey, you want to do some doubles? Doubles are fun.
Yes.
So let's jump into the singles bracket though. We had, how many was it? 12 entrants, right? I think it was 12.
Is that 12?
Yeah, because it's 8 people here and then 4 people here. So there should be, no, I don't know.
Dude, that's more
20. It was 20.
Yeah.
You're right. It was definitely 20. It was definitely 20. Yeah. We had 20 entrants.
Yes.
And we saw a few returning people and
PDDB,
a lot of new people.
Yes. But we had the returning PDDB, Patrick, who last semester made a few appearances, but he came to this one, and then he came to the second weekly we had. But he's making a comeback, and of course, Fat Yeti, he came back.
Yeah, he's been at work. He's working full time now, so it's always exciting when he comes back and we get to see more out of him.
Yeah.
So we like Fat Yeti. We like what we saw, and then we also have Mothman, who came to the first one, Cole launch, but we weren't sure how his schedule was going to work out with everything. Excited to say he's been at the last 2 weeklies, and he's been playing really well.
Yeah.
So he took kind of a whole semester playing Ultimate, and now he's back to Melee and Ultimate.
Yes.
So it's good to see. This was also Aaron's only weekly of the semester, unfortunately.
Yeah, unless his job changes, he won't be able to come to any besides the monthlies. So this was his only one.
Yeah. So we saw a few. It was, for the most part, it went how it was supposed to.
Yeah. Notable sets is PDDB versus Mothman, where it was PDDB reverse 3-0'd him in losers at some point.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, losers round 4. It was a very good set, and I was impressed to see Patrick do so well versus Mothman. But
so keep your eye out for that. Was that on stream?
Yes.
Okay.
It was on stream.
So at some point I will actually upload the VODs. I have them all.
Yes.
I'm just lazy. And then another notable set was Visk, another person who has come way in the past, he was at Mod 2. Used to be a Peach player. Now he plays Falco. Brings out the Peach sometimes, but I think he's mostly Falco main.
Yep.
He beat me in winner's side and went on to lose to Answer, and then ended up losing to Patrick in losers.
Yep.
I dropped into losers and played Ica and Vector Gumbus. And then I lost to Fat Yeti. So 2 upsets on the newly state-ranked player.
Yes.
Straza overrated? ? We'll see if that continues.
We'll see.
But everybody was playing well. Another thing to note is Z-Hammer. For round 1, he played Garm.
Yeah.
Garm is a Kirby player. Kind of came out of retirement. Z-Hammer kind of just, beat him.
Yep.
Unfair versus Z-Hammer. This is the run back from the monthly.
Yeah.
Unfair came out swinging this semester.
He did.
He is playing well.
He's playing very well. He's doing good in Ultimate too, and he's performed very well in Melee at every event he's been to. So it's really good to see him do well.
Yeah, and so he beat Z-Hammer in the run back. Z-Hammer drops into losers and actually dropped a game to Heisenkush. Heisenkush been on the come up.
Yeah, which is it's a surprising game loss.
It is a surprising game loss. However, he still won the set.
Yep.
Moved on and then 3-0'd Fat Yeti.
With the quickness.
Z-Hammer's just on the come up, dude. And
he's been doing really well.
Moved on to face Answer for 5th place.
Took a game
off of Answer. And was out at 5th. Great run from Z-Hammer.
Mm-hmm.
Tied up with PDDB.
Yeah.
Good runs from both of them. And then let's flip back. We had Aaron Scaring beat Answer.
Mm-hmm. Last semester they
it was like pretty even.
Yeah, they went back and forth for the beginning half of the semester. Danny or Answer definitely had the edge in sets, but over the course of the whole towards the end they evened up. I'm pretty sure Danny still had the edge in set counts,
but it was always close.
It was always very close.
Yeah, they always have played each other real close.
Mm-hmm.
So Aaron came out on top this time to face you in winners finals.
Yep. I played Harrison in what was that first round of top 8.
Yeah, winner semis.
Yeah, 3-0'd Harrison, and then I 3-0'd Aaron to make winner sides of grands.
And then Answer dropped down, beating Z-Hammer.
Yeah.
3-2 versus Unfair. This was super close.
Yeah, super close.
And then 3-2 versus Aaron Scaring, also super close. Aaron actually went up 2-0 in that set, and Answer made a great 3-0 comeback.
It was quite the reverse 3-0.
And carried that momentum into grand finals, where he took the first set versus you.
Yeah, to this point, our record was 14-0, with me having 14. And so this is the first set he ever took. I was kind of stupid and didn't warm up at all during the entire later half of the losers bracket, because we were waiting on some matches from the Ultimate people, and so Aaron and I just played winners finals and to get over with. No,
no, it was definitely true. He definitely didn't warm up.
I didn't warm up at all, and
Danny came in with so much momentum.
Danny was playing hot. And so I wasn't ready.
And then came into the second set of grand finals. Also really close.
He was playing so good.
And it led to quite the pop-off from Belgish. So, jumped up and...
Yeah, so game 10, Danny was playing phenomenal the whole set. It was really good. But game 10, on Battlefield, I was down 2 stocks to 1. I had 120% about. And then I took the stock and I was like, okay. And then I basically lost that game twice. I was off stage, he missed an edge guard. I somehow CC'd a back air at 120 and didn't die. Yeah. And then I clutched it.
and it was definitely real tight. Watch that one on YouTube. Yeah. If nothing else, but for the pop off.
Yeah.
Definitely worth it. It's on Twitch, I think. Still, it's definitely on Gloomshot.
Yeah, I'm the fucking thumbnail on Gloomshot.
But I think it's still on Twitch as well if you wanted to go watch that. Though I will say it's mistitled on Twitch. That was my bad. I dropped the ball and it came up as Summer Showdown.
Yeah, with Crank.
With Crank and a bunch of other Pittsburgh players. My bad. But it's still there.
Yeah.
And so I will say, so the real things to take away from this tournament were Z-Hammer
Yeah.
on the rise. He has been just on a tear, beating a lot of new people and just playing really well.
Yeah,
he's really motivated. It looks like.
Yeah, over the course of the summer, he worked really hard and studied out and really tried to get better, and then we can really see the improvement in this, especially this bracket, and then of course the other two tournaments that happened.
He's mentioned.
We'll talk about.
Yeah, he's also mentioned that he is focusing a lot more on Melee now than he ever has before.
Yep.
He has always split his time between Ultimate and Melee, and he is definitely focusing on Melee more right now, which is exciting for us as Melee players. But
yes, having anyone who is motivated to get good and is getting results is always exciting, since that usually doesn't happen that often.
Right. And so then we moved into the monthly.
Yeah.
So the monthly was fun. Here, let's pull up the bracket. Monthly was fun. Michael came out. We always like to see when Michael comes out, because he's just so much better than the average skill level of WVU or just West Virginia, really.
Yeah. It's exciting.
It's always fun to play against a top 50 player.
Yes. For doubles, Michael and I won, and then Parker and Harrison got second.
Yeah, there were 4 teams. It was myself and Z-Hammer, Parker and Harrison, you and Michael, and
Aaron and Zach.
And Aaron and Zach.
Yes.
Zach made a surprise appearance. Came out. It was good to see him. Came in under the tag of Senator Luigi Manchin.
Yes.
Which is honestly just a really great tag.
There was a whole list of tags that he was going to use. Senator Luigi Manchin is definitely the best.
My favorite part was going over to the Ultimate side, where he also went on a run in Ultimate.
Yeah, he did
and
good.
Everybody's saying, dude, I just got beat by this Ice Climbers player. His tag is Senator Luigi Manchin, and I was like, oh, okay, it's Zach. Yeah, all right.
But not shown, because this is just the bracket. But in pools,
there were a couple of upsets.
There's a couple of upsets.
A lot of people weren't there.
Yeah, so a lot of people had registered, and we had a decent amount of DQs, which is okay. It was announced kind of
it was
quick,
announced definitely late. We announced it the Monday before.
Yeah, so we didn't expect too big of a turnout, but that's how it goes. But in pools, Harrison beat
Aaron Scarron.
Yeah, he beat Aaron.
And which they were seated only one seat apart. It wasn't really an upset, but still notable. Because
I think historically Aaron is always at the edge in sets.
Right, and so good for Harrison to come out swinging this semester.
Yes. And then when they met again in the bracket, Harrison also won. So
a second time, yeah.
So it was very decisive in that way. Also in pools, I played Z-Hammer in bracket.
Yeah, you played Z-Hammer bracket, but we'll talk about that. So first round in bracket, we had Vector Gumbus versus Soltari. Those guys they're kind of new to the scene. I know Soltari's come to a few tournaments before.
They're Harrison's friends.
Yeah, they come with Harrison a lot.
They were at SmashCon with us.
They were at SmashCon. They come to a good amount of tournaments, but they don't play as much, I think, as a lot of us do.
Yeah.
And it's also definitely harder for them to come out to these tournaments, so it's great to see them come out. Vector Gumbus is a Samus player. Soltari is a Fox player. Both pretty good on their own right.
Yeah, for sure.
And so they matched up, Vector Gumbus beating Soltari and then losing to Michael. In the next round, I lost to Senator Luigi Manchin, which was seeded to happen.
Yeah.
He was kind of playing random characters, and I went up 2-1, and then he picked Ice Climbers and grabbed down beat me and then threw me a lot. Because we do have wobbling band.
Yes.
So he was grabbing down being and then throwing and grabbing and down being a lot.
Yes.
And I'm not great against Ice Climbers. I never really have been. I know Purrs four-stocked the absolute ever-loving hell out of me.
That was with wobbling, though.
With wobbling, but still four-stocked the absolute ever-loving hell out of me. So I wasn't too disappointed, but it was good by Zach to adjust or pick his main, I guess.
Yeah. He clutched it out.
He clutched it out.
He lost to Harrison.
Then lost to Harrison. Z-Hammer beating H. H was one of the new players we had. I believe that he was the Game & Watch player. He played Game & Watch, and because we had two. We had H and I don't remember the other one's tag, unfortunately. We can look real quick. It was both of their first tournaments ever. which was exciting.
Is it on bracket?
Yeah, I think so. So we have Salah. Yep.
Okay.
Salah was the other one.
Yeah.
Who was a Fox player, and Salah, they went to game 3 in pools. Salah and I had a little talk about some Fox stuff. Definitely seemed excited to play well, and so we hope to see more of them.
Yeah.
But H got the better of him this time, moved into bracket, and played Z-Hammer. Z-Hammer did really well.
Yep.
Lost to you in the next round.
Yes.
And then Aaron beat Keckle. Good stuff from Keckle to make it out.
Yes.
But lost to Aaron there, and then Parky beat Aaron Scaring.
Mm-hmm.
So that set up winners semis of Michael versus Unfair and you versus Parky.
Mm-hmm.
On the loser side, we had there was one more match until top 8. I played against Z-Hammer, who beat me 3-2. Close set, which set up him versus Aaron Scaring.
Yes.
Aaron beating Soltari.
Mm-hmm.
Zach beat H, which meant he played Keckle. And then Keckle played Vector Gumbus and beat him. That was the run back, actually.
Yeah, it was.
Because they played in pools, and Vector
Yes.
Gumbus beat Keckle.
Mm-hmm. They played at the last weekly as well, and Keckle lost.
So that's a little bit of a rivalry going on
Yeah,
there.
a little bit.
So that's something to look out for as well. Center Luigi Mansion beating Keckle.
Yep.
Zach beats him. So that moves into top 8, where Aaron beats Z-Hammer and Zach beats Keckle, setting up Aaron versus Unfair. Michael 3-0's Unfair.
Yeah.
Michael is really
Yes.
good. And Zach versus you, because you lost to Parker. Parker looks like he's hungry. Every semester that he gets ranked below you, it's always very close.
Yeah.
But Parker usually just has some consistency issues as compared to you. Parker has the edge on you in the head-to-head, but has more inconsistent losses.
Yeah, historically, Parker's had quite the edge in the head-to-head, but he just loses to like Danny and Aaron and Harrison, and so it evens out.
Right, and so it's always been very close. Parker wants to prove, I think, this semester that he should have that spot over you. Beat you in winners, so you dropped into losers. Had a really close set versus Zach. Aaron, Unfair beating Aaron again, as we said, and then you beat Unfair. Got the run back versus Parker, who lost to Michael in winners finals again.
Yeah.
Michael's really good.
Michael's really good.
Played against Parker in losers. Parker once again.
Yep. This one was a better set. It was game 5 last stock, so a lot more competitive. It was a lot better set to play. Probably a lot better set to watch as well. But
and that gave Parker the run back versus Michael, who won.
Yes.
Michael did not drop a game all tournament because Michael is really good.
Yeah, as expected.
So that brings up most of what we have for those two tournaments. Again, the storylines thus far are can Parky continue to show how strong he's playing right now?
Yeah, unfortunately, Parker can't probably make it to a lot of weeklies because he
has class on Mondays
that goes late and that's past the bracket starts. So unless he has like an exam or something where he gets out early, he won't be able to attend, which is unfortunate because we always like to see like our good players come out. But,
but
he'll make it to the monthlies, which is
he'll be out to the monthlies, and that should be enough data and enough attendance for this PR split. So, and then the other storyline is the Z God.
Yeah,
Z-Hammer is just constantly getting better, and moving into the next bracket. Z-Hammer was seeded 3rd.
Yes.
Because he has just been playing absolutely well.
I did seed him 3rd.
Yeah, he's been playing really well. So let's move into the next bracket. So this was this past Monday.
Yep.
We were back in the Cathedral Room. Kind of felt good to be back where we usually were. Everybody knew where to go and how things were going to be run. So we had 16 entrants.
Yeah.
15 sort of because Ika ended up DQing.
Yeah.
Didn't really want to play in Melee.
Which is, it's all right.
Yeah, it happens. So first round, there weren't a ton of upsets. Everything kind of went as expected.
Yep.
The one sort of upset was Jibs over Keckle. Jibs, we've mentioned him before. Just a really strong fox, and is kind of trying to make his case of, I'm good at ultimate, but I'm also good at melee, and you gotta take me seriously. So he beat Keckle, where he moved in to play you in the next round.
Yep.
And then everything once again went as seeded.
Yep. So, Cryptic and Patrick played. I don't remember the last time they played.
It's been
a long time, and
probably a year and a half.
Both of them haven't been playing as much. Last time Cryptic came to a monthly was quite a while ago as well. So
yeah, it's actually, we should say, the return of Cryptic.
Yes, of course.
Which was exciting. We were all kind of curious as to where he'd be as he'd taken a break from melee. He had kind of proclaimed it dead. But he came out and he's playing well.
Yes.
So that's exciting. And then and so he played Patrick.
Yes, beat Patrick.
Well done. And then everything kind of went as expected. Zhammer did beat me again. Yep. Really close set. I took game one. Puff. Just it's hard. Yeah. And so this is important because Zhammer had only before this split taken 3 sets. We played at almost every tournament, and he had only ever taken 3 sets lifetime. And now all of a sudden he's beaten me in back-to-back tournaments.
Yep, he's improving really fast.
And he's improving very quickly. So that moved our top 8 into you versus Cryptic.
Yep.
And Answer versus Zhammer. The 1, 2, 3, and 4 seeds all making it to where they were supposed to. Let's move into losers to set up. Seeded perfectly so far.
Yes.
Let's move into losers where we will see some other matchups. Keckle beating Complex. Bobby beat Prince Ali. That wasn't actually Bobby, though.
No, that was H.
That was H.
Yes.
Yeah, H did not register for Melee, and Bobby did. But Bobby didn't want to play Melee, so H played in Bobby's stead.
Yep.
So H beat Prince Ali, which was a little bit of a surprise. Ali has been playing Marth a lot, and as we said, H plays Luigi and Game & Watch.
Yeah.
So those are 2 matchups that Marth doesn't usually lose, but anything can happen. I know these are all Ultimate players usually that have come in and have been grinding, and they want to play Melee more, but there's still a lot that's developing.
Yeah.
Speaking of, we have Nomo.
Yes.
Nomo, I played him in the early part of the bracket. I tend to play Nomo every bracket. And he is improving. He plays Falco, and he's definitely improving pretty quickly. I'm excited to see where he can go with it. So he played Peanut Head, beat Peanut Head.
Yep.
And then played Jibs.
Yes.
That was a great set. That was off stream, right?
It was off stream.
Which was unfortunate because I wanted to get that one on stream.
Yeah, it was actually last hit, last stock. And it's really impressive because Nomo, we haven't really seen Nomo do that well in Melee so far. And we had seen Jibs do pretty decent every week he entered. So Nomo taking the set over Jibs is quite impressive.
Yeah, and it was exciting to see Nomo's improvement. And especially Fox Falco. I mean, he took me to last stocking game too. I'm notoriously bad at that matchup, but he is improving very quickly. Yes. And so on the rest of the losers bracket, PDDB beat H, Mothman beating Shmuel, and I beat Keckle to push us into top 8. So top 8 losers side, we had myself versus Mothman. Mothman 3-1s me. That was on stream. It was a good set. Mothman was playing well. I came back game 1, and then he came back game 2, and then I played really 2-dimensionally on FD, and he capitalized really well. He knows how to beat when I go dumb aggression. He just does a good dash dance grab setup. So I'm excited to play more against Mothman. On the other side, PDDB plays Nomo.
Yep.
He beats Nomo. And that sets up, on winner's side, you beat Cryptic, Answer beating Zhammer. Zhammer once again taking a game. Yep. However, that was on stream, and you can see Answer kind of lost one stock on Dreamland, and then he just kind of says, "Fuck this."
But we take those.
We take those. But look out for that. I think Answer is just willing to kind of give Dreamland in that matchup. I think that is, that could go either way even, but I think that Answer just hates playing against Puff on Dreamland.
It is very rough on that stage.
So we have Belgish versus Answer in winners finals.
Yeah.
Where you beat him 3-2. Another close set.
It was a close set.
Danny was playing well.
So it took me to game 5. Last game was pretty decisive, but it was still he still was playing really good, and it was a good set.
So that set up our losers bracket where Cryptic played Mothman. Really close set.
Yes.
There's an old set that we used to watch of theirs from like 2 years ago, where it was also really close. Game 5, last stock, last hit.
They've always had very interesting close sets.
Yeah,
so.
And it's always exciting to see how they improve in those sets. Cryptic came out strong in the last game, had a really great combo to finish it, and put Mothman out at 5th.
Yep.
Z-Hammer played against PDDB.
Yeah, and again, another fabulous set.
Yeah, really fun to watch.
It ended in kind of heartbreaking fashion because Patrick
had a lead.
He had a good lead on Yoshi's, it was his counter pick, so he was doing well. And then he got out-arrested, and that was the end of the set.
Yeah, it was really great from Z-Hammer to see him have that mental fortitude because Patrick it was like a 90% lead.
Yeah.
Like Z-Hammer actually probably shouldn't have been alive on Yoshi's at 90 on Puff, but still had the gumption, lands. I think it was a tomahawk grab.
Yeah, pretty sure.
And Patrick had whiffed an F smash, jumps into shield, tomahawk grab, and gets the up air arrest.
Yep.
So it was a ballsy play from Z-Hammer, and it ended up clutching him that set. So that was really exciting. Mm-hmm. Pushes us into losers semis, where this is where the 3 seed and the 4 seed played. Cryptic came out real strong.
He did. I didn't know how much he'd been practicing when I seeded it, and
with Z-Hammer on the come up.
Yeah, with Z-Hammer doing so well, I assumed he was better at this point, but Cryptic proved me wrong.
Cryptic played hot, played fast, and clean.
Cleanly 3-0'd him, and then
lost to Answer in for 3rd. So good stuff from Cryptic. We're excited to see more from him.
Yeah.
Falco has always been a problematic matchup for Cryptic, so we'll see what Falco Falcon is hard.
It's a tough matchup.
So we'll see. We'd like to see Cryptic come out to more and what else he can do.
Yep.
So Danny beats Cryptic, and at this point, Kyle had arrived. Kyle doesn't come out too much. Unfortunately, he has to work. So he wasn't able to make it out to the first few tournaments, but was able to warm you up for Danny in grand finals, where you looked like old Belgish Danny.
Yeah, it
was 3-0. But it doesn't stop the highlights. We do have to point out Danny has been playing really well, and he's making a lot of fast improvements in the Fox matchup.
He is.
So we're excited to watch his rise. Let's pull up our talking points again here. So what to look out for, right? So Straza, washed. That's me. I've been losing to a lot of people I shouldn't be, but I'm looking to turn that around. We'll see if I can retain my spot. The fact that I'm running a close with the Z-Hammer is good. I just need to put a few more pieces in.
Yeah.
On the flip side, we have Z-Hammer, the Z-God.
Yeah, he's...
We like Zach a lot, and we hope to see him continue to improve.
Yes.
I think the way we've been describing it is there are kind of 4 people that are in a similar vein right now, a similar zone as far as skill goes, and those were myself, Fat Yeti, PDDB, who is rapidly returning to his old form, but isn't quite there yet.
Yep.
And Z-Hammer, and so Z-Hammer and Patrick are rising at a much faster rate. I think that, given another week, 2, Patrick will be a level above us again. He's not quite back to where he was, but I think that he will be soon.
He'll get back there.
And Z-Hammer is improving more rapidly than Fat Yeti or myself. Fat Yeti is working full time, so that's not fully surprising on that front. Me, I'm just in school. I gotta get off my lazy ass and improve.
Yeah.
So watch out for that quad set, because anybody right now I think could beat anybody in that group. On the other side, we've got you versus Danny, you versus Parker, and Cryptic. That's kind of the top end right now that's been appearing on. And
of course, Harrison.
Yeah.
Harrison and Aaron. But
Aaron, unfortunately, not able to come. And Harrison, we'll see. He wasn't able to make it to this last one, but I think that he plans to come to just about everything. So it's U5 are kind of the upper echelon right now of Northern West Virginia, at least as far as active players.
Yep.
And we'll have to see how everything unfolds. Will Danny be able to make the improvements that he needs in the Fox matchup? Will you be able to make the improvements that you need in the Peach matchup?
Yeah, well, we got to see. Yeah.
So that's been us for Cole Recap. Thanks for tuning in. If you guys have any comments, any suggestions on how to make the show better, please let us know. We had the one suggestion to put more in the background. I will try. My apartment complex is a little about that. They don't want us kind of sticking things in the walls. So we'll see with what we can do. We have the Christmas lights now.
Yeah, a little bit of pizzazz.
Yeah, a little bit of spice. Where's Spice, dude? I miss Spice.
Oh yeah.
But anyway.
Spice on the mic.
Spice on the mic, dude. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you in 2 weeks.
Yep.
What's going on, guys? We're back with the Cole Recap. It's your boy Shmuel,
Prince Ali,
and we're going to be talking to you guys about Cole Week 2. So, first up, Brad won.
Yep.
Pretty convincing victories against Vrail.
Yeah, this was his second weekly in a row win. He won the first Cole as well, that first Monday. Or the first Monday Cole, I should say.
Yeah.
It all went pretty much as seeded when we're looking at winners.
This was when W actually had some pretty good wins as well. He beat Jake 2-1 in losers quarters. And then he 2-0'd Minty in losers semis.
That was probably the biggest upset of the night, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
However, it was not a best of 5. So
it was not. It was still best of 3, but it was also a 2-0.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It was. That was definitely him showing his strength because whenever we look at these weeklies, it's definitely like an upper echelon of like Bread, Vrail, Minty, Nova, and Jibs, and then there's like the next tier right down is like Jackalaka W,
Jake,
but like W is showing here that he can break into that top tier.
Yeah. All right, and then moving on to the first monthly of our semester.
Yeah, so this one actually did kind of. It kind of went off the rails.
This one was pretty spicy, yeah, for sure. We ended up with a Jackalaka Minty Grand Finals, which is not something that you would expect.
Jackalaka had the run of the tournament this week. He beat Nova, who was playing Ike as opposed to his usual ZSS, but I mean, it's still Nova, and I only played as Ike as friendlies, but still very dangerous.
Yeah, Minty also winning against Vrail 3-1.
Yeah, I think that's.
Semis.
I'm pretty sure that's Minty. I don't want to misspeak, but I think that's his only win on. It was his first win on Vrail this season.
Yeah,
I think. I could be wrong there.
I couldn't think of any other ones.
I know it's historically a matchup that Vrail wins.
Yep.
But so that was definitely a good showing by Minty.
And so funny thing is that Brett actually 3-0'd Jackalaka in winter semis, but then after Brad lost to Minty in winners finals, he faced off against Jackalaka again in losers finals.
Yeah.
And got 3-1. So,
right. And that's after Jackalaka beat Nova again.
Yeah. So Jake was playing pretty hot as well.
It would seem.
Yep.
And he also took the first set in Grands.
True.
So
yeah, he got the reset.
Out of that top 5 that we talked about earlier, Jackalaka got 2 sets on Nova, 1 set on Bread, and 1 set on Minty this tournament, which is pretty substantial.
Lots of big wins for him.
But again, Minty coming out with the dub, and Minty won that first Saturday Cole as well, so that was his second sort of tournament win of the season.
Yeah. And then moving on to week 3.
All right, what do we have here?
We have Nova's victory over Vrail and Grands, and then he also beat Minty as well, and so that would mean Minty and Vrail played in.
This was pretty much this was the Nova Vrail tourney. I mean, those two definitely far and away were playing the best.
Vrail taking it 3-0 over Minty.
And Vrail did so back to
Vrail beat Jibs.
Jibs had sort of been I would say Vrail's demon for like a pretty looking back to that last summer of or monthly of the summer. Vrail that was like Vrail's worst placing, I think, at any tournament.
Yeah,
like we had
in a while.
And he still got 5th, so it shows to Vrail's dominance. But he lost to Nova and then Jibs. and then he lost to Jibs again at I think those first couple weeklies, and then here he exhibits that he is very capable of beating him, where he wins at 3-1 in losers semis.
And the whole reason he ended up in losers in the first place was because he lost to Jibs, right? Isn't it?
He lost to Nova.
Or he lost to Nova.
Yeah, I think that's
Whatever.
ZSS Pichu.
Week 3 winner, congrats to Nova. That was his first win of the season too.
It was. So now,
We've got
not to
wins
spoil
on
next week too much, but
so
like
we've got wins for Bread,
Minty,
for Minty,
and for
Nova.
and then Vril just picked up a win this
Yeah.
week.
So spoiler alert, he won. So
we'll
far,
go into
all of
the
our
depth.
top 4 players have
Yeah.
at least a win over each other, which is super high.
It's very much a rotating. It's like a what's that called, revolving door right now.
Yeah.
Like pretty much anyone can win, and someone. I think the most notable person who hasn't picked up a win at one of these tournaments yet is Jibs.
Yes.
He's consistently at like.
He's
I don't
always
think he's.
like top
I don't
4.
think he's placed lower than 5th this season. at
Yeah, I was
one
gonna
of our
say he's
tournaments.
pretty consistently top 5. I don't know if he's broken into that top 4 barrier yet. I haven't. He definitely didn't in
He
weeks
got
2 or 3.
And what did he get in week 2? He got 5th week 2, and I think it just said 4th week 3, and then he wasn't at the monthly.
Yeah.
But I know, thinking back to week 1, he was in Grants against Bread, and I think he was also in Grants against Minty at the Saturday Call. So like, he's very capable of getting top 3, even top 2, and he has wins on Vril, Minty, and Bread, all 3 this season, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Or he's at least gone very close with all of them. Like,
So-
capable of winning. It's just he hasn't cracked them.
Yeah, we're really waiting for Jibs to come through,
Yeah, I
and
think-
that way we'll have it super competitive.
Oh, yeah.
Top 5, everybody
Yeah.
winning at least one.
That'd be pretty sick.
Yeah.
Who would you say is outside that top 5? Who do you think is most capable of picking up a win at one of these tournaments?
Like, who do I think's gonna win next week? Do you think?
I'm saying, like, if none of Bread, Vril, Minty, Jibs, and Nova wins, who would it be? Like, who do you think is most capable of breaking into that?
Outside of them?
Yeah, outside of our top 5.
Probably Jake for sure.
I'd say Jackalaka as well.
Jackalaka or W.
Yeah,
Just because the past few tournaments they've played at, they performed pretty well, especially for the monthly. Jackalaka actually getting the reset against Minty,
Yeah.
but unfortunately getting 3-0'd in the final set
Right.
on the reset. But still, really phenomenal play from him. And then W as well on Cole 3, or was it Cole 2? I think it was Cole 2. Beating Minty in losers semis 2-0. But then unfortunately losing to Vril 3-0 in losers finals. But still, 3rd place,
Yeah.
not bad.
Very respectable. I think, I think Jackalaka as well has a little bit of an edge over W, just because Jackalaka's shown a little bit more versatility, or like, he's beaten more people basically.
Yeah.
That monthly show that he's very, very capable of getting right to grands and making it, a set 2 situation.
Yeah.
I think W is definitely capable as well. He's got to sort of. I think Vril is kind of his demon at this point. I don't think Vril pretty consistently beats him.
Yeah,
from what I've
I don't
seen.
think Vril has lost to Jackalaka in bracket yet.
And
At least not this semester.
so I think Vril is kind of a gatekeeper at this point, I would say.
Yeah.
He doesn't really.
He is
really
still
not,
really dominant.
like
as
right.
this week has shown, he
Like,
could
he's-
win, but
He's not that. Like last semester and over the summer, for the most part, like he was just kind of insane. Like,
Yeah, he was
literally first
beating
place
everybody.
after first place after first
Yeah.
place.
but now it seems that he doesn't spend as much time in the top 3 spots as he
Right.
does in just knocking out all the people that are coming up to try and challenge
like-
our top 4.
He pretty much he loses to the same people and he beats the same people. It's just on a given week how the set's gonna swing,
Yep.
like how well
Yep.
everyone's playing, But yeah, I think Jackalaka is definitely the one to look out for if it's not gonna be the top 5 with W close behind him.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say Jackalaka and W are pretty alone in that like second tier.
Yeah, and then
And then
after
we've
that,
got
we
a
probably
bunch
have
of
we
people
probably
who-
have the Nomos, the Mothmans, the Avos.
Hell, even Teeth-Based, he's made top.
Yeah,
8,
he's
but
been
he's been pretty
he's
consistent.
been pretty good.
I'd say he's probably our most improved.
Yeah, definitely. The
Uh,
Bowser's been leveling up.
Bowser's been leveling up.
Also, the character's busted.
Yeah, but it's broken. But yeah,
yeah.
lot to and this next monthly coming up on Saturday. I'm really excited. We got some so-dub threats coming up. Macho Cheese and
Cheech.
Loge. I haven't met Loge before, but I know he's good.
Loge? Who does
Yeah,
he play?
LOG. I think he plays Daisy.
Oh, fun. So yeah.
I don't know why I know that, but I feel like I've seen that before.
Okay.
So
Well,
yeah, it should
make
be
sure
fun.
you tune into our stream at 3 p.m. on Saturday. Twitch.tv/WVU Smash 2. Gonna pop up right there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, right there.
Yep, right here. And yeah, shorter recap this week. I feel like.
Less to talk about.
Yeah. All right. So in saying that, thank you for tuning into this week's Cole recap, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.